Hello everyone, welcome to Computer Science. Our subject Computer Fundamentals and HTML and topic CSS Styling. This is a part 2 video of Cascading Style Sheet. Previous video we have discussed what is CSS, then the rules, defining rules in CSS, the ways for applying CSS to HTML and about CSS selectors. In this video we are discussing about how to set CSS styling, the background styling, text formatting styling, the font styling, and about block level elements. So let's start. CSS first property, CSS background. CSS provides several properties for styling the background of an element, including coloring the background, placing images in the background, and managing their position, etc. CSS background properties. First property is background color. Second, background image. Background repeat. Background attachment. Background position. And shorthand property, just a background. CSS background color. Background hyphen color. This property specifies the background color of an element. Structure is like body, background color, colon, light blue color. Similarly, H1 heading background color. This background color can be applied to any element. Can be a body, a heading, paragraph, anything. CSS background image. The background hyphen image property sets an image as background of an HTML element. Body, background image, URL, title.png. This is the structure. Instead of HTML we have used SRC attribute, right? Source attribute. So instead of using that source attribute, just apply background image colon URL, then tile.png. This is the file name. Semicolon. So similarly, we can set the background image to a single paragraph. P background image URL paper.gif. Okay, anything is possible. Then background repeat. By default, background image property repeats an image both horizontally and vertically. If the image is to be repeated only horizontally, we can set background repeat as repeat X. If the image is to be repeated only as not horizontally, this is vertically. Okay, that's a correction. So vertically, then we use background repeat Y. Show the background image only once. We can set background repeat, no repeat. So, by default, our background image property, if we background image property set suppose watermark easy sub. Suppose wallpaper set background set the screen size and repeated by default repeated the corner picture, then a picture, and tile the background image. Other horizontally, vertically, we repeat this set you repeat only horizontally repeat. This is line background repeat. Repeat X no matram varum. അതല്ലാന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് vertically കൊടുക്കാച്ചാൽ ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഒറ്റ ലൈനിൽ മാത്രം repeat Y മാത്രം വരാം. ഇനി അതുമല്ലെന്നെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് show the background image only once. ഇപ്പോൾ കാണുന്ന പോലെ നമുക്ക് just ഒരു കൊടുക്കണമെങ്കിൽ background repeat no repeat എന്ന് കൊടുത്താൽ മതി. Just once മാത്രമേ വരുള്ളൂ, repeat ചെയ്യില്ല. Next, background position. The background position property is used to specify the position of the background image. Position of the background image in the top right corner. Top right here. Okay, top right corner. Body, background image, URL, image3.png. So top right corner background image വരുന്നത്. Background repeat, no repeat. No repeat കൊടുക്കണം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അത് repeated എല്ലായിടത്തും വരുമല്ലേ. So background repeat, no repeat. Background position, right top. Okay. So this is how we set background image into the top right corner. For that, first set the background image URL. Then background repeat is set to no repeat. Then background position is set to right top. Next, CSS background attachment. Background attachment property specifies whether the background image should scroll or be fixed. Will not scroll with the rest of the page. Okay, which means if we set it like a fixed, This is the structure. Background image set ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. Then repeat set to no repeat, and position is right top. Then background attachment fixed or scroll. Two values are there. If it is set like fixed and ഇപ്പോൾ കണ്ടന്റ് ഒരുപാടുണ്ട് and I'm going to scroll that content. നമ്മൾ ആ കണ്ടന്റ് സ്ക്രോൾ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ഈ ബാക്ക്ഗ്രൗണ്ട് ഇമേജ് അവിടെ തന്നെ ഫിക്സ് ചെയ്ത് വെക്കും. കണ്ടന്റ് മൂവ് ചെയ്യും, ബട്ട് ദ ബാക്ക്ഗ്രൗണ്ട് ഇമേജ് റിമെയിൻ ഫിക്സഡ്. ഓക്കെ, then if you scroll, background image will also scroll with our content. അതാണ് ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ്. ബാക്ക്ഗ്രൗണ്ട് അറ്റാച്ച്മെൻറ്റ് മീൻസ് ടു വാല്യൂസ് ആർ ദർ, ഫിക്സഡ് ഓർ സ്ക്രോൾ. If we set like fixed, then our content scrolls but the background image remains fixed. If we put it like scroll, then a background image scroll with our content. That is the difference. Then a shorthand property, CSS background. So far we have discussed background image, then background color, background repeat, background position, background attachment, 5 properties, and all that can be combined into a single shorthand property, that is background. To shorten the code, it's also possible to specify all the background properties in one single property. This is called shorthand property. So instead of writing like this, background color is this, background image, background repeat, and background position. 4 properties I have listed out here, and instead of using this, we can use the shorthand property to set the background properties in one declaration. Body, background, colon, and follow this order. First one color, second one image, third one repeat, fourth one position, and we can use the last one as attachment. Okay, so color, #FFF color, space, and image. So URL of image tree, space, repeat, no repeat, space, right top. Now we can use again put a space and type scroll or fixed for a background attachment. Okay, so this ordering is important. Only thing we have to remember is the ordering. When using shorthand property, the order of the property values is background color, okay, background image, background repeat. After this we can use background attachment, and last one is background position. Okay, this is the order. We should remember this order, then we can easily write the shorthand property, use the shorthand property. Okay, so background color, background image, background repeat, background attachment, and background position. This is CSS background property. Hope that is clear. Next, CSS text formatting. The color property is used to set the color of the text. Okay, simply the color property can be used to set the color of our text. It can be applied to a body, H1, P1, P paragraph, anything. Okay, body color set to blue, H1 color set to green. Next property is CSS text formatting property. Next is text align. So first one is color, second one text align property is used to set the horizontal alignment. Values can be left, right, center, or justified. H1 text align center, text align left, text align right, text align justify, anything you can use. Next is text formatting. Here use text decoration. Text decoration property. It is used to set or remove decorations from text. The value text decoration are none. Is often used to remove underlines from links. Okay, when we use none, text decoration none, then it will remove the underline. In this text decoration, there are 3 values are coming. Overline. This is the overline. Okay, then line through. This is line through, striking. Next, underline. This is underline. Okay, so these are the text decoration property and its values. Text decoration, overline, line through, and underline. Next, text transform. Next property is text transform. Okay, text transform property is to convert, specify the uppercase and lowercase letters in a text. It can be used to turn everything into uppercase or lowercase, or capitalize the first letter of each word. So convert that conversion between the uppercase and lowercase. P dot uppercase text transform So here this is a class, right? P dot uppercase is a class name. Then text transform colon uppercase. Okay, these are the values: uppercase, text transform uppercase, convert everything into uppercase. Text transform lowercase, same, convert everything into lowercase. Text transform capitalize. These are the values. Text transform. Next properties, text intent. These all are spacing properties. First one, text intent. Specify the indentation of the first line of a text. Right? From the left margin, the first letter. What is the space between the first letter and the left margin? The indentation of the first line of the text. So P, text intent 50 px, we can set that. Then the letter spacing, spacing between the letters. Letter spacing properties used to specify the space between the characters in a text. Letter spacing we can set 2 different pixels. Then line height. Line height means the difference between this height. Okay, the difference between lines. Difference between line. So line height is 0.8. You can set any value. Last one, word spacing. Word spacing specifies the space between words in a text. This space between words in a text. Okay, so these are the properties related to spacing and indentation. So text intent is used to specify the indentation of the first line. Letter spacing is the spacing between letters. Line height is the spacing between between lines. Word spacing is the spacing between words. Okay. Next, CSS text formatting. First one, text shadow. Text shadow property adds a shadow to the text. Okay. As it's the simplest form, specify only the horizontal shadow and the vertical shadow. Okay. We can get a 3D like structure with the shadows. We can get a horizontal shadow and a vertical shadow. These are the default values, 2 pixels. So text shadow, 2 pix and 2 pix. These are the values. This is the horizontal shadow value. This is the vertical shadow value. That's it. Text shadow. We can add a color also. Okay. Text shadow, 2 pixel, 2 pixel red, which means the shadow color will be red. This is about text shadow. Okay. So these are the text attribute: text color, text alignment, then indentation, various indentation, spacing, letter spacing, word spacing, line height, then text shadow. Next, CSS fonts. Use the font family property to specify the font of a text. Okay, font family for fonts of a text like Times New Roman, Calibri, Arial, like that. Okay, font family, Times New Roman, Times, Serif. Here we used 3 fonts. It will browser will apply which one is applicable for that, which one it support. You can use any of these 3. The font style property is mostly used to specify. Next, so first font property is font family. Second property is font style. Font style is used to specify italic text. Okay, normal, italic, and oblique. These are the values of font style. Normal means normally written. Italic means text on italic, and here it is text is leaning. Not that italic, text is just leaning. So font style normal or italic or oblique. Any value can be used. Next, about font weight. Font weight specifies the weight of a font. Font weight normal means normal text. Font weight bold means bold text. Next, font size. So font weight is about bold. Font size means at the size of the text. Absolute size and relative size are there. Absolute size means set to a specific size in pixel. Relative size means relative to surrounding elements. Okay. So this is the absolute style. I mean setting as with pixels, 40 pixel. This is relative. Relative means 2.5 EM. EM means element. So element 2.5 of element size. Element size means the current single element in the minimum size. Normally 1 EM എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് current 1 EM എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ current font size ആണ് നമ്മളുടെ സെലക്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള font size. ഡിഫോൾട്ട് ആയിട്ട് വരിക 16 പിക്സൽ ആണ്. ദെൻ നമ്മൾ ചേഞ്ച് ചെയ്തതനുസരിച്ച് നമ്മളുടെ ഫോണ്ട് സൈസ് ചേഞ്ച് ആവും. എത്രയാണോ ഫോണ്ട് സൈസ് അതിൻ്റെ 2.5 അതാണ് ഇവിടെ നമ്മൾ സെറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളത്. 2.5 EM 2.5 element size element. So the default size is 16 pixel. So this is about font size. Okay. So CSS fonts attributes are properties are font family, font style, okay, font family, font style, font weight, font size. Next is about block level elements. Okay, there are actually two types of elements are there. Block level elements and inline elements. Inline elements examples are bold. Okay, so which means they are applied in the same line. Their result will be on the same line. Bold, italics, that text styling, all are inline elements. But when we do a heading or a paragraph, it takes a new line. So such types of elements are known as block level elements. Okay. In HTML programming, a block level element is any element that starts a new line, like a paragraph, and uses the full width of the page or container, which means from here to here. Paragraph takes the full width of the container. A block level element can take up one line or multiple line and has a line break before and after the element. Before and after the element there is a line break. That is block level elements. These are the examples. P, then all the headings, then the important tag is div, then all the list tags, pre, block quote, address, HR. These tags are block level elements. The important block level element is div. Div tag. This is very important block level tag which plays a big role in grouping various other HTML tags and applying CSS on group of elements. Okay. Div was used to group various elements and applying CSS to that group. And ഒരു ഗ്രൂപ്പിന് അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യാൻ നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ചു ക്ലാസ് ഒക്കെ പഠിച്ചു. അതായത് ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് എലമെൻറ്റ്സ് ഏതൊക്കെയാണോ എലമെൻറ്റ്സിനെല്ലാം സെയിം ക്ലാസ് നെയിം കൊടുക്കുക ആൻഡ് വി ക്യാൻ അപ്ലൈ എ സ്റ്റൈൽ ടു ദാറ്റ് ക്ലാസ്. Another method is a div method. Okay, using the div tag, block level div tag. Consider here from the body part. Body, I have added a div. Div means it's a division. Div is a container. It can contain any. It is used to divide our window, and no physical division is not a div. Visible. Visible division is not possible here. Okay, there won't be any visible division using the div tag, but it's a logical division. Here, in this example, under this div tag, there comes a heading and a paragraph. Okay, so these are coming under this div with a class name. Class is equal to my div. Okay, then when we apply style to my div, then all that will be applied to this heading and this paragraph also. Okay. So this is a class, right? My div is a class name of div. Then head inside the style. Then we can add style to my div dot my div border. Border is set to 5 pixel outset red. Then background color. We can set a border to a div. Okay. Then background color is light blue. Text aligner center. This is the styling. Then content is one heading. This is a heading in a div element. Paragraph. This is some text in a div element. This is the output, which means here this heading and paragraph are grouped under a div element, and its class is my div, and we are applying style. The first style is a border. This is the border. This red border, 5 pixel outset red. This is the value. So this is the border. Next, background color is light blue. Okay. Then text alignment is center. So this heading and this paragraph both become at center. Okay, both are coming at in the center position, which means their alignment is to center. This is the block level element or div element. It's very easy one. Okay. We can group many elements into a single div and assign a common style to that elements. Hope this is clear. So, we will discuss various properties of CSS ആയിരുന്നു. Background related properties വന്നു, text styling related properties കണ്ടു, then font properties കണ്ടു, and last block level elements inside that div element. Okay, നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞതെല്ലാം ക്ലിയർ ആയെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുന്നു. Hope everything is clear. Thank you.